Hey guys, welcome back. And today we're doing the WTF video. You know, what to forget, volume 2, which is trends to skip for 2022. Ready? Let's go. Okay guys, I've got 6 trends we're talking about, and 3 of them we're gonna forget, skip, and then 3 are kind of nice, we like them. So, ready? Number 1 trend to forget about is the 70s reprise. Oh my God, guys, the wheels are spinning so fast on that thing, that is gonna pass us in our rearview mirror in no time. So don't even bother to invest. It's gonna be here and gone before you know it. I'll tell you why. It was ugly to begin with. Let's not redo that again. If you want to do a 70s reprise, maybe grab a color, maybe as an accent or something like a mustard or something, or maybe kind of give it a little bit of an open flow that feels like that. But the rest of this stuff, yug, it was ugly then. It's gonna still be ugly. Don't redo it. Okay, so the next trend that I'm talking about is gonna kind of surprise you because it's the color of the year. But I'm gonna sit here and tell you, do not paint your walls green. Why am I saying that when green is the color of 2022? Here's why. Green, guys, is super tricky as a color. And the reality is, as you can see here, it is very easy to pick the wrong one and have your project go screeching off the rails in a hurry. Honestly, do you know how bad you would look in this lime green bathroom? That would be hideous on people. So the key is this: if you want to add green into your space, that's fine. Think about plants, maybe a decor element, or maybe even, just a little accent piece of some sort, maybe an upholstery piece or a pillow, something that you can change out fairly easily, because picking green for your walls is tricky and it's too much brain damage. Move on, there's other stuff. Now, my number 3 trend is actually, I think, kind of crazy, but it's putting marble or natural stone everywhere. Oh my God, this bathroom, I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars this must have cost, but it's not a successful solution. And the second thing that you never want to do with natural stones is use like 3 or 4 together. So if you're gonna pick a natural stone, it's an investment. It's an investment in wherever you're going to place it. So make it a focal point, make it one element, use it nicely, add all the other elements around it, quietly make them blend with it, make them soft, but make that natural stone, that one piece wherever you put it. Maybe it's a coffee table, I don't care. Maybe it's the front of your fireplace, maybe it's your island top. That's it. That's all you want to do with it, and then move on. Okay guys, so those were the 3 that we are gonna forget about. Now, we've got 3 that I really do kind of like, and let's start with this one, which is the color palette for 2022 is wonderful. We love it. There's a lot of different options in it, and what's happened is they've realized that colors needed to warm up from all those terrible grays that we saw, before in 2020 and all the rest of that before that. Now what we've got is this lovely palette that got introduced in 2021 was really a big shift. It started to warm the neutrals up. It gave some additional color tones that were starting to be flinty. Then what 2022 did is it took it and just drove the gas pedal down to the floor with it. Really added some yummy kind of flinty, neutrally jewel tones, and then some additional expanded warm neutrals that are beautiful. I love this yellow soft bedroom. I think that's fantastic. Or how about this kind of midnighty alcove back? That's beautiful. Or even this kind of lovely soft terracotta just as an accent wall in the bathroom. It's a gorgeous look. So these palette colors I would love to see introduced maybe in small elements to begin with for your space and kind of see how it feels with what you've got going, and then you can expand it as the year goes on. Now guys, if all these tips are helping you, please be sure and subscribe, hit the bell, ring the button, whatever it is, do all those things, and make sure that you're appraised every time I drop a video, which is weekly. And then on top of that, oh, if you haven't checked out the Design Club, you want to make sure and go ahead and go to www.thedesignclub.com, because if you've got any kind of project coming up for this year, you are going to want to be a member of this. And there's so much great info, and you get to talk with me personally. It's just fabulous. So make sure and check that out. Moving on. All right, one of my favorite new trends this year is curves ahead, baby. Woo! I love this because we've had really kind of straight lines and linear pieces designing for a long time. And now what's happening is we're kind of getting into that little more sensual, little softer, little gentler kind of feel to things. Also helps with the cozy factor, ratchets that right up. And I love how they're designing these pieces, like the little rounded club chairs, or I love this gray sofa that just kind of looks gently like you just want to sit on it and hang out all day. Or even this one that's done in kind of a mod, sort of a mustard. Oh, that's a little hint to the 70s, but it's contained. And so that's okay, we like that. So that's great. And you're seeing it in all kinds of furnishings pieces, as well as kind of how layouts put together. So curves are in your future, baby. Okay guys, I say my favorite and what I think is the best for last on this list, which is, woo, texture is my new fave story for everything. So think about it this way. We've had a lot of like formalized patterns and all the rest of those kinds of things, but now what's happening is, as we want our spaces to be more cozy and warm and inviting and places that we feel comfortable to hang out in, ooh, we've got to make a massive investment in texture. Now, why is texture interesting? Because what happens is when you take something super fuzzy and you put it up against something super glossy, it creates sort of a visual contrast, which creates a tension that makes the space interesting. So, like for instance, I love this one with the plaster wall with the smooth leather and then the wood ceiling. That's all kinds of crazy textures, kind of all sort of working in together to kind of never replicate, just create a little story that happens. Or this one, how about this? They strung rope on the ceiling, which I adore. Then they added that chunky rattan space in, some linen on the sofa. That's a great space as well. Or maybe this one with the smooth leather, which is gorgeous. Rattan is really big, so think kind of natural furs, hides, things like that, up against slick glass finishes, lacquered woods, plasters. There's all kinds of ways you can play these texture stories to make it really sort of interesting. Jute, there's all kinds of wool, silk, linen, lots of options there. So create your own personal statement around a texture story for your space for this year. Okay guys, so what I want you to do now is I want you to go over to this video, which is kind of the reference point on why trends do what they do. And I put this together especially for you all because I get a lot of questions about trends. So go ahead and click the button that's right here, and I'll see you guys next week.